Sirius XM show, which airs live 6:04 p.m. Eastern Time to 9 p.m. Again, it's free. From now to May 15th, Sirius XM is free. Just go to Sirius XM Radio, the website. It says start streaming. Go to my show, 127. Couple of quick things. First of all, 197. What does that mean? 197 days to the most important election of our lives. That's right. We were within 200 days of Judgment Day for our nation. And every day, Donald Trump reminds us of why we must defeat him. Now, I'm living in New York, and I'm glad that things are slightly getting better here. We're sliding down the peak, and like everyone, we want to reopen, but we want to open responsibly. I do see a lot more couples walking on the street. I figured out how you can tell if they're a happy couple or unhappy. Happy couple, they're walking hand in hand, and they're both wearing their masks. Unhappy couple, only one is wearing their mask. Says something right there. So on tonight's show, we're going to talk about the protesters out there. The pro-Trump protesters who have in various different cities, and they're not following social distancing. Most from what we see are not wearing masks. And it's remarkable to me that they don't care if they get each other sick or others sick. And they don't care that if they do get sick or cause another outbreak, it will keep the economy closed, punishing all of us. Because Trumpism is about selfishness. It's also about cruelty, but in this case, it's selfishness, because that's what Trump is about. And to me, what a contrast to Saturday night. Saturday night, we had the big One World Together at Home concert organized or curated by Lady Gaga and many other artists, many of them very well-known progressives, but they were all there together. And it was to raise money for first responders, for World Health Organization's fund that helps for first responders. And this whole event, Saturday night, so many celebrities there involved. Beyonce, Stevie Wonder, you name it, they were there. Great list, Rolling Stones, just to encourage people to act responsibly, to get the sense that we were all in this together and that each of us has an impact on each other. That if we do the right thing, we will together flatten the curve. And together we will open the economy sooner. And together we will keep each other healthy. What a great message. What a great message. And then the contrast, of course, was not just Saturday, but today as well. There were protests in Pennsylvania and in Arizona. Anti-social distance protesters, mostly Trump supporters. Maybe a few were not, but they were waving Trump flags, a lot of Trump memorabilia going on there at their events. And to me, these rallies are not about freedom. They're not about liberating America like Trump says, liberate these states. They're about selfishness. At its essence, it's people saying, what I want is more important than what's good for the rest of us. I don't care if I come here and get others sick because this is what I want to do right now. I don't care if the economy can't open and people still can't pay their bills and can't pay their mortgages or their rent. I don't care because I want to be here now. And I'm not going to wear a mask and I'm not going to social distance because I'm a Trump supporter and we don't care about anyone but our own, just like Donald Trump. And I've said this countless times. I don't think conservatives or Trumpers do not care about people. I think they do care, but I think their orbit of care is very small. It tends to be their family, a few other things, and what they might believe in at the expense of all others. As progressives, though, we care about people we've never met. We care about people we will never meet. We want to make sure to get together collectively that we stay healthy, stay safe, and open the economy and get back to working. This lie somehow perpetrated that the left doesn't want the economy open. No, we do. We want it open yesterday. We want to do it responsibly. We don't want to see a second outbreak. And to remind everyone, in the Spanish flu, the second wave in the United States in 1918 was more lethal and deadly than the first wave because people let their guard down and open up things too soon. How horrible would it be to open the economy and then have to close it a month later? Think of the devastation then. As people then go like, wow, how can we ever plan? There's always going to be uncertainty doing that. And by the way, just so it's clear, these protesters, as you can see, Trump is egging them on. He defended them at his press rally yesterday, tweeted the other day, liberate the idea of Michigan and liberate Minnesota and liberate Virginia, just all happen to have blue state governors, all Democratic governors. Meanwhile, there are protests in red states like Arizona and Texas and others, but Trump won't mention any of those. But to be clear, these protesters, and they're about 150 to 200 to 50 to 25, they are extremists. They are way outside of the normal. And I say that based on polls. There was a poll a few days ago, Politico poll, 81% of Americans support keeping social distancing measures in place, even if it means hurting the economy. And of that poll, nearly 75% of Republicans are on board with that, keeping the economy closed to keep people safe. So this is not really Democrat versus Republican. This is Americans versus Trumpers. That's what it's, Americans versus Trumpers. It's American values versus Trumpism. And this is the fight we're going to go into in this election. Look, and I have to be blunt too, there's something else going on here. It's remarkable to see all the media coverage for these little rallies. I've been involved in organizations, I've been involved with my friends of color who have done amazing activists, held events, held rallies, hundreds have shown up on a key, vital issue. One, they want to get more attention. How much national media? None. Maybe one, but generally none. I've been involved in these. No, we beg them, they don't come. But 50 or 75 or 100 angry white people are at a rally, and that gets wall-to-wall national coverage, which shows you the institutional racism of our media. And I think that's much more, for most of the media, it's unconscious, it's subconscious. The idea of white people are angry, we have to cover this. Brown or black people are angry, well, that's brown and black people. And that's the message being sent here. There's something else going on. Don't dismiss that. The same way the disparity in the death toll between black and brown people versus white people dying from this virus. In fact, a short time ago, just minutes ago, Brian Kemp, the illegal governor of Georgia, who shouldn't be there, Stacey Abrams should be governor, just announced they are reopening Georgia starting in a few days. I hope it works out well. I hope people are healthy. But I have to wonder, though, because in that state, nearly 60% of the people who have died are black versus those who are white. I have to wonder if it was reversed, if more white people were getting sick than black people, and more white people were dying, if Brian Kemp would wait. Am I suggesting racism is playing a role in a Republican in Georgia? Yeah, I am. That's the reality. And I also view this, if you're a protester and you're out there and you're violating social distancing, and just to be clear, even at the time of an epidemic, you have the right to protest, but you have to do it with social distancing. You've got to do it. You're going to do it in your car. That's fine. You want to keep 6 feet apart. That's fine. If you're going to violate those social distancing measures, I don't think you should get any future stimulus package money. I don't think you should get unemployment benefits, because we are giving you, with our tax dollars, stimulus. We are giving you unemployment because we are collectively in an epidemic, a pandemic. If you're going to do things intentionally to undermine those, to make people sick, to make it harder to open our economy, why should our tax dollars reward you? It's like someone who commits murder and then wants to write a book about their murders and sell it to profit. That's not allowed. This should not be allowed. That's what I feel. And this is what we're going to talk about at the top of my show, and I hope you'll join me. Some great guests. Congressman Tom Suozzi from New York is joining us. Rick Unger, radio host and journalist, is joining us. But more importantly, I hope you join me. Every night on my show, you are my guest. After the monologue, I want to hear from you about the issues of concern to you, what your take is on the protesters, and more. So, again, SiriusXM is free from now to May 15th, completely free. No sign up, nothing. Go to SiriusXM, click Start Streaming. My show, again, channel 127, Progress, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday to Friday. I hope you'll check it out. Thanks for watching a little preview, and look forward to the show, and look forward to hearing from you on my show tonight.